The NFL team having a 1,000-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard receiver in the same year only happened 2 times in the 14-game schedule in the 1970s. Why is this so rare? Well, there were only 14 1,000-yard receivers in those 8 years. Think about that. What's more exciting than a long touchdown pass in the NFL game? How about another? In 1976, Colts' Roger Carr was one of 3 receivers to gain 1,000 receiving yards, and running back Lydell Mitchell gained over 1,000 rushing yards. Carr was the Colts' first-round draft pick in 1974 out of Louisiana Tech, the same school that Terry Bradshaw attended. Carr was so fast that he was nicknamed White Lightning. His quarterback was Bert Jones, the Colts' first-round draft pick in 1973. The two took a little while to get it together, but Carr showed promise in 1975 and busted out in 1976 when he led the NFL in receiving yards and yards per catch with a stunning 25.9. One of the other 1976 receivers to catch over 1,000 passing yards is Cliff Branch with 1,111, just 1 yard behind Roger Carr. Branch was a 1972 fourth-round draft pick, and he's a Hall of Famer. During his senior season at the University of Colorado, he only caught 13 passes for 3 touchdowns, but he averaged 25.4 yards per catch. Amazingly, on only 9 rushing attempts, he scored 4 more touchdowns and averaged an incredible 26.1 yards per rush. What's the common thread between these two receivers? High-quality quarterbacks throwing to them. In 1974, Ken Stabler was the NFL MVP, and in 1976, Bert Jones was the NFL MVP. I mentioned that only 14 times that a receiver had caught passes for at least 1,000 yards from 1970 through 1977. In contrast, a whopping 28 receivers did so in 2023. Between Carr and Branch, they caught 89 passes for 23 touchdowns in 1976. That's about 4 catches per touchdown. In 2023, 12 receivers caught 100 or more passes. In order to hit that 4-to-1 touchdown ratio, they'd need to have 25 or more touchdowns. Yet the top touchdown receiver was Tyreek Hill with only 13. Let's talk about touchdown distances. In 1976, Carr had 7 touchdowns of at least 30 yards, and Branch had 10 touchdowns of at least 25 yards. Despite playing in 3 more games, the 2023 leading receiver CeeDee Lamb, with 135 catches, only had 4 touchdowns of at least 20 yards. To really show how special Carr and Branch were, the average touchdown distance was 40.5 and 41.4 yards respectively, while Lamb's was almost half that at 21.9 yards, which is skewed by a 92-yarder. Lydell Mitchell was a workhorse for the Colts. He had 1,700 plus scrimmage yards each year from 1975 through 1977 and made the Pro Bowl each year. He was drafted in the 1972 second round, and his backfield mate at Penn State was future Hall of Famer Franco Harris. He started slowly, but nearly cracked 1,000 rushing yards in his second year with 963. Twice he led the NFL in receptions, 72 in 1974 and 71 in 1977. In 1976, he had his best year, as he rushed for an even 1,200 yards and finished 4th best in the NFL. He didn't always find the pickings easy, but with a breakaway running back like Lydell Mitchell, you keep giving him the ball in the hope that he'll eventually bust one. He finished 4th in the league in rushing attempts with 289, the same number as Franco Harris. Big Al Davis. He liked big bruising fullbacks. John Madden, he liked whatever Big Al liked. Big Al liked Marv Hubbard out of Colgate, who weighed 235 pounds and rushed for 1,100 yards in 1972. When the tread on his tires wore thin, Big Al drafted another Colgate running back, 225-pound Mark Van Egan in the 1974 third round. Van Egan didn't have a lot of long runs in 1976. His longest was only 21 yards. But he piled up the yards, and he was a terrific blocker, as shown here, wiping out linebacker Stan White. you liked this video like Colts head coach Ted Marchibroda did, please click the like button and let me know in the comments what you liked most. As always, thank you for watching.